Hey everyone! So today we're going to continue with our winter portraits. Last week we got this far. You got your background totally done with the snowflakes and your paint or your crayons or markers, whatever you have at home there. Today we are going to get our face done, our jacket, and our scarf and our hair. So that way on the final cycle we have our hat and our mittens. So I have here a piece of paper that I painted with just a skin tone color. So I know that you guys might not have at home paint that you can make match your skin color. And if that's the case, you can totally just use crayons and get any sort of color that's gonna match your skin tone, okay? So you can use like a tan or a brown. Sometimes you'll even find like that peachy color, depending on how many crayons and like what variety your crayons have at home. So use whatever you have. Now also, I'm using different papers to create my head and my hair, and I'm painting on my hair, and I'm making a jacket with a separate paper. If you don't have construction paper at home, it's totally okay to draw this all on one white piece of paper, color it in, and cut it out and glue it onto your background. That's completely okay. So I'm gonna do it with a few different papers, but please know you can definitely do it with just one paper and cut it out and place it on here, okay? So what we're gonna start with is this little piece of paper, and you can see that it doesn't have to be real huge because my background paper is not that big. It's a 9 by 12. So this, I believe, is 6 by 5. But your size does not have to be the same as mine. So what I'm going to use right now are some colored pencils. And remember, you guys are at home, so you use literally whatever you have. Now, we're going to draw a face on here, and the first thing that we need to do is make the shape of our face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right from the side about midway down, okay, in the middle, and all I'm going to do is make a U, a really big U. Okay, and then later this bottom part will get cut off. And now I'm going to draw my face. Now I'm going to be putting up in Schoology some different examples here of faces and hair, okay? And these will be linked or attached rather to your Schoology for you to use. So I'm just going to make 2 eyes. I'm going to make sort of, it looks like a frowny face, okay? And then I'm going to connect it with a little happy face to get that football shape. And then inside of that goes my iris and my pupil. I'm just going to color those nice and dark. Okay, and then we're going to make my nose. I have a little nose ring. So we'll add that in, and I'm going to do a smile. All right, so now I'm going to get it just kind of looking more like me, and then we're going to color it in. And don't forget your eyebrows. All right, now let's get some color. And you can definitely use crayons. Crayons would work totally okay for this. That would be fine. Right. And my eyes are hazel. They're mostly green, but they kind of have a little starburst of like a golden brown. let's get some lips. I think I'm going to use my crayons for my lips because I don't have a pink color pencil on hand right now. So my pink shall do. And I'm just blending two different colors to get a color that I really like. And we're gonna put, because we're outside, I'm gonna make my cheeks look kind of rosy, right? Because this is supposed to be a cold. We're outside in the cold in our winter jackets. So I'm gonna make it look like I'm freezing. And I'm gonna take, let me see if I have one here. Take a peach. I'm just gonna blend a little bit on the sides of my face. All right, I think that's looking pretty good for this. All right, now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut this so it actually starts to look like a face. Okay, and let's take my background. Good, good, good. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a piece of paper here and I'm just going to cut it so it looks like I have little shoulders. I don't have to worry about a neck because my scarf's going to be there. And remember, if you're using one piece of paper, that's totally okay. You would just be drawing 2 bumps for your shoulder for like the start of your jacket there. And then I'm gonna cut this way down because we don't need it to be this big. All right, I think that will work. Because we're gonna put that scarf on there. I'm gonna cut it a little bit smaller, sorry. All right, there we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a shirt in here. So I'm gonna kind of make it look like my jacket is open. And we see like a little bit of my shirt. Because truth be told, I always have my jacket unzipped. I think jackets make me feel like claustrophobic. Kind of like wearing shoes. I prefer to wear sandals. If I could wear sandals all year long, I would be very, very happy. And dresses. You guys probably know that. Sandals and dresses. That is when Mrs. Green is her happiest. All right. So we'll act like I have a striped shirt on. Let's give some buttons over here, maybe. Maybe it like zips my jacket and then it has buttons. All right, my friends. I'm gonna make a little line just for like the start of arms. Okay, now I'm gonna get this part glued on. And this part is gonna go right at the bottom of my paper. Now for the scarf, all you need if you're using separate papers are 2 long pieces of paper, okay? So I took 2 long pieces of light purple paper and all I did to them was I cut them kind of wavy, not perfectly straight, and then I colored a design on them, okay? And I made both pieces match because usually the design is like repeated on a scarf. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue these on onto my paper, and then I'm gonna put my head on, okay? And my hat is going to go off of my paper, and that's totally okay. I'm just gonna cut my forehead down a little bit. And I'm gonna make my face a tiny bit smaller for my paper so it fits a little bit better. Yeah, I think we're there. Okay. Okay, and what I'm going to do is get these glued on now. And if you're using one piece of paper, I would still suggest using a separate piece for your scarf to cut pieces like this. That way you can have them kind of flowing off of your paper. Because we don't want our hat to be the only thing off of our paper. Our mittens will stick off a little, and our hat and our scarf, and then that'll make more sense. All right, let's get our head. Put on my head now. Okay, and then I'm gonna paint on my hair. Before I do that, I'm just gonna flip. And now I have here like a light brown and a dark brown. If you don't have paint at home, remember you can totally just use your crayons. That would work completely okay. But I have some paint, so we're gonna paint some hair on. Now I have curly, wavy hair. And if something messes up, like especially at the top, don't even stress because your hat's gonna cover it. So I'm kind of just making the shape of my hair. If you want to draw that first, you definitely could. And then you can color it in or paint it in. Take the lighter brown. And when this dries, I can always go in with a crayon too and add some more curls. But I would have to wait till my paint dries first. I'm just making little bumps for my curls. All right. All right, my friends, next cycle we will start our mittens and our hat. All right, guys, have fun.